Hi, we're Megan and Eliza and David.
Yeah, and we're here to talk about Seth and Whitney. And we've known them for about 7 years now through church, and we think they're awesome. So Seth means Seth, something that I appreciate about him. He's a super confident, fun guy. He's super relatable to people. I've seen him pretty often, just consistently reaching out to those who need connection. I've seen him reach out to people he doesn't know and just like work to get to know him. Great conversationalist. He's super funny. He's got this like sarcasm, sassiness, but like with love that is just endearing. Full of integrity, just like a solid, dependable person. Super grounded, depth of thought. He's a smart guy. Just a very trustworthy person. Someone that just I have tons of confidence in. He connects really well with kids and youth. I get the opportunity to help serve with him in the youth group at our church, and I've seen just the way he connects with students and pours himself out and invests in them, and just all around solid guy.
Whitney's been one of my closest friends for the past few years, and especially so as we became moms together for the first time a couple years ago. It's been a joy to navigate new parenthood with her, and I think one of my favorite parts about her is that she has the capacity to invest in other people in a way that no one else I know has.
Meatball.
And she cares deeply about everyone she meets, even if it's someone she's just met. She wants to invest in them and learn about them, and I've just gathered a lot of inspiration from her in the way she selflessly loves other people, and she is a very high capacity person, and she's just able to do so much, and especially she's really good at bringing other people together, and she's been such a gift to me, her and her selfless love, not just me but our whole family. Seth and Whitney will make great parents because whenever they're around our daughter, they treat her like their own, and they just engage with and connect with kids so well. They are truly naturals at it. And our daughter always is super happy and laughs, and is just at home around them. And they are so attentive to the needs of other kids. Seth and Whitney are very intentional about how they raise their daughter, and they will be with any kid. They truly make this world a better place, and any kid would be very lucky to have them as parents. They've taught me so much about what it means to invest in other people, and they have a lot of love to give to another child.
We're super excited to continue supporting Seth and Whitney in their parenting journey, just as they've been supporting us with ours. And both our daughters have been going to daycare together, and we do date swaps and watch one another's kids, and we're also very invested in our church community. And so just in so many ways our lives are interconnected, and so in the same way that for our daughter she's got like second parents around to invest in her, we want to continue to be doing that for Seth and Whitney and their kids and future kids. So in that way we'll just continue to support and encourage and pour into Seth and Whitney and any kids they have in the future.
Yay!
Hello, my name is Stacy Jackson. I'm a friend of Seth and Whitney's. I have known them since college. Describing Seth, I would say, is very dependable, consistent, reliable, and has a great sense of humor too, very funny. And then describing Whitney, very warm and loving, literally one of the warmest humans I know. She's very kind and generous. And then in terms of being great adoptive parents, they're already excellent parents. They have a daughter who's a little younger than my youngest, and they are absolutely awesome with her, and I know that they would extend that love and that warmth and continue to raise awesome children, because they're awesome people. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Anna. I am a friend of Whitney's. We met in college in 2009, and then I met Seth, I took notes, in 2011 when him and Whitney started dating. Some things you might want to know about them. Whitney is such a kind and thoughtful person. We always thought she was kind of the mom of our friend group, and she thinks absolutely everything through. She loves to take care of her people, and she absolutely loves hosting people in her home. Family is of utmost importance to Whitney. The only thing she loves more than family is the Lord. Seth is a hardworking man and also has a strong faith, and he has a great sense of humor and knows just what to say to make anyone laugh. Seth comes from a family where he actually has 2 adopted siblings, so he is already at least somewhat familiar with the adoption process. I think it says a lot about these two, that they could have a child of their own, but instead they would like to help a child by raising them and adopting them. I think that's such a great thing. I also have a ton of adopted siblings, so adoption has a special place in my heart. I know any child of theirs would be brought up in such a loving and compassionate home. Not only would they have Whitney and Seth as amazing parents, but they would also have sweet Olivia as a big sister, and I think she would fulfill that role pretty well. Let's see what I have here. Together, they would be raised in the church, and they would grow up to love Jesus with all their hearts. And I know Whitney and Seth have such a great support system. They both have their families and so many friends, and we would all be there for them, both physically and in prayer and anything they needed and help raising children. And I know that they are doing such a great job with Olivia, and another child would just complete their family in a way that they would love. Thanks.
So I know Seth and Whitney from college. I met Seth briefly our freshman year because the girl he was dating at the time was in class with me. But then our sophomore year, I was an RA and he lived on my floor. And we started kind of hanging out and became friends. That was the same year I met Whitney, which kind of had a mutual friend group that spent time together. But Seth and I, we got closer our junior year when he lived with me for my second year as an RA. I'd have to start just kind of by talking about how he and I are opposites, where I tend towards introversion. Seth is pretty outgoing. I, can kind of experience a certain degree of volatility, but Seth is a pretty even-keeled person. He has a pretty methodical approach to decision-making, and even though I think he enjoys spontaneity, it's never an excuse for him to be irresponsible. Is, in a single word, considerate. She always is putting the needs of other people first and foremost. I think kindness is something that we've really cheapened. It's a word that doesn't really mean a whole lot, but Whitney is one of the kindest people I know. Her heart is always seeking to serve other people and is very loving and patient. and I think it makes her a really good friend, a really good wife, a really good mom, just a good person. Yeah. Because they both understand family differently. They understand family as both like a product of nature, but also a product of nurture, something that you can be born with or you can find along the way. Seth in particular has 2 younger sisters whom his parents adopted. And if you were to ask Seth, he would say he has 4 siblings, period, full stop. He doesn't differentiate between his 2 biological siblings and his 2 adopted siblings, which I think, you know, I try to put myself in the shoes of a child being adopted, and I think that would mean so much to me to know that Seth and Whitney consider me as equally a part of their family as anyone else who's in it, their daughter Olivia, their parents, their siblings. Yeah, it would just mean a lot to know how much I'm wanted and how much I'm cared for in that environment. Additionally, I think Seth and Whitney are both people of faith. They make their love of Jesus first and foremost. It's the reason why they live, it's how they live. And I think having that spiritual foundation as parents is just a really cool opportunity for a child to grow up in an environment with that kind of love and faithfulness. I think it's something we don't see enough of nowadays. And so I think, yeah, I think they would be great parents. I'm not like a super active part of Olivia's life right now. I live pretty far away from them, so the most I really get to see her is through video calls, which I enjoy, and I'm really grateful that they let me kind of be a part of their family in that way. But I'd like to think that Seth and Whitney know that I'm a friend they can count on, that if the rubber hits the road and they need me there for some reason, that I am in a car, on a plane, getting there as soon as I can. We joke, so I'm a licensed teacher, we joke that one day I'm just gonna live with them and I'll just kind of teach their kids. I think Whitney thinks it's more of a joke than Seth and I do. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what the future holds?